the serve-receive game. Keep yourself in system, get the other side out.
That's what Marcy Byers, head coach of the Hokies, said. Basically, every match comes down to the same thing.
First set for the Tar Heels down the middle for Sadie Nolan. That one hit the ground. Thought they had a pancake. It'll be Virginia Tech with the first point here of the evening.
Good job by the Hokies to catch Carolina by going off speed. Marcy Byers' team picking up the first point of the night.
Liliana Rodriguez, the one who served for Virginia Tech. There's a pancake on the Hokie side. Carolina comes to the near side, and there's one of those young players you're talking about, Romani Thurman.
Really good pass from Maddie May, the libero, to set up Thurman there. It was a bump set for the freshman. Was able to tool the block, get the point.
Big jump serve from Schaffmaster, and that is something that she has really started to get some control on. She had that power coming in as a freshman, but now able to put it where she wants. 28 aces so far on the season to lead the team.
Definitely a sign of growth from Schaffmaster as she's gone through her career to have more control of that serve, and what a weapon it can be.
Attack error, that one is going to be pushed aside. Looked like Carolina able to get a couple blockers out there and affect the shot.
Back-to-back attack errors for Virginia Tech. That's not the start you want to see if you're the Hokies, but shows they're trying to be aggressive, but Carolina's block is getting set up early and forcing them into uncomfortable shots.
That serve handled much better by the Hokies. Carolina keeps it alive. Here's a free ball, though, for Virginia Tech. Near side set and a kill. Nice top spin there as Ava Francis, the redshirt sophomore.
Francis, a player who was limited by injury earlier on in the season, but has really come into her own, starting 13 matches for Virginia Tech this year.
With the set for Carolina. Nice dig on the back line. Free ball for the Tar Heels. Near side for the freshman. Point to Virginia Tech on the attack error. That one just a little long.
It's probably a swing that Thurman wants back, trying to put a lot of power behind it, but wind up cutting it all the way across the court. Turns into an attack error.
Thurman on the year averaging just under 2.5 kills per set, or excuse me, points per set for the Tar Heels. There's the other Imani Foster.
Mike Shaw joked with us earlier in the year. They both answered Imani, so you got to be specific who you're talking to.
Overpass on the serve, and Haley Pierce, the freshman out of Charlotte, goes up and gets it. Nice little run here for the Hokies. Set in the middle, and Carolina going to end that as Nolan, the freshman out of Kentucky, gets the kill.
Really smart decision by Carolina to set the middle here. Zoe Barron sets up her classmate, fellow freshman Nolan. Obviously, all the attention given to Carolina's outsides. Virginia Tech knows with the Tar Heels having such strong pin hitters, that's got to be a defensive focus. And Carolina able to side out and then pick up an ace.
Maddie May with the ace for the Tar Heels. You know, she's probably, outside of Schaffmaster, the best server on this team for Carolina, but very different styles, though. Come near side, Carolina able to keep it alive. That's May on the back line. Schaffmaster with a back line swing. 3 blockers there, placed perfectly.
Neighbor Schaffmaster doing what she does best, as we said right off the top. 5 of the last 6 matches for Carolina. Double-digit kills for the junior. Back row attack over that triple block, finding space.
And in 3 of those 4 matches, not just double-digit kills, but a double-double for Schaffmaster. Really another ace for the Tar Heels. Set near side, the freshman block, but keeps it alive. That was Pierce for the Hokies. Another one for Pierce, but it's going to be a Carolina point as she tools it off the blockers. Good adjustment there from the freshman.
Absolutely, Kyle. We just talked a moment ago about putting too much power behind a swing. Took a little bit off of it, able to tool the block, and what a set of runs this has been. Back-to-back 4-0 scoring runs, 1 for each team.
May with another good serve. Virginia Tech out of system. That one doesn't go down as an ace, but it might as well be.
Tough passing for the Hokies. As you said, Kyle, out of system. Couldn't get it set up properly, and Carolina's run swells to 5-0.
23 aces on the year for May. That is second on the team behind only Schaffmaster. Hokies run a slide, but an attack error going to give Carolina another point. They tried to get the grad transfer of Peterson. A little bit of space on the top of the screen.
That's a timing and passing thing there. The pass from Hannah Borer sets up Peterson a little bit further back than she perhaps would have wanted it. Winds up swinging it into the net instead of over.
It's time to backline swing. Wall Duran just had to get it over in a big-time kill. Imani Foster with a lot of real estate to work.
Another bump set from Maddie May, straight to Foster. May, obviously, is a libero. Her primary job is defense, but her passing has been on display early in this set.
Already with 2 assists. Virginia Tech with a much-needed point to stop that Carolina run. Pierce has got half of Virginia Tech's points so far. So far, Lewis, who we mentioned in the open, hasn't even gotten a swing for Virginia Tech, as the Tar Heels able to pass that one around and get an easy kill for Romani Foster. Or excuse me, Imani Foster. See, the Manis.
Yeah, the Mani is confusing, I know. But a really good pass there from Zoe Barron. Both Sadie Swift and Foster were in the neighborhood, so Virginia Tech's eyes were drawn to both of those attackers. As a result, Foster able to find some space.
Babbitt puts that one into the net for service error against the Tar Heels. Serve, going to get Carolina out of system. There's a chance for the Hokies. Set a little bit off the mark, and it's Carolina's opportunity. Back set. And a block for Virginia Tech.
That whole sequence, Kyle, started with Carolina getting out of system. Tar Heels trying to get comfortable. Virginia Tech's block has time to set up.
Lewis with a team-leading 69 blocks on the season now. Hasn't been able to get involved offensively, but impacting the game on the defensive side, and that helped to keep that little run going for Virginia Tech, and now they've gotten themselves back within 2.
4-0 run earlier in the set. Now a 3-0 run for the Hokies. Carolina had 7-0.
Heels again have to go back to Imani Foster. The defense ready for it. Swift got a piece of it for Carolina, but they're not going to get a point out of it. Instead, it's a 1-point game. Look at Lewis getting involved now.
We talked about her ability as a hitter, Kyle, but she's been very strong at the net defensively, impacting things for Virginia Tech early.
Finally, Foster able to get the kill. The serve went to Schaffmaster, who's been served the most on this Carolina team this season.
Good high set for Foster, who's able to hit it inside the block. What a pickup she's been in the transfer portal from Charlotte. 2 years of eligibility for Carolina.
Free ball here for Virginia Tech. See if they go back to the middle. Use her as a deep off the blockers. May keeps it alive. Little rally between these two. Momentum point in just a 2-point first set that's been back and forth. And it'll be off the blockers, Carolina point.
The versatile grad transfer, Maria Miggins. Former conference player of the year at High Point, power in the Big South Conference. Playing on that right side, she can also set. Took the good reception there from Babbitt. Turns it into a Carolina point.
There's another service error against Carolina. That's something that you're going to see from the Tar Heels. They want to serve very aggressively, and with serving aggressively, you're going to deal with some errors.
And Mike Shaw said early in the season that one of the focuses for his team was to turn up the heat at the service line. And that's the dichotomy you run into, Kyle.
Hey, with the Pelver pass, back and forth, and just slapped that one over. That was Lewis trying to get the easy point. Sent sophomore Swift back to serve. Out of Austin, Texas. Started her career at Stephen F. Austin. Really nice cross-court cut right there from Dupre.
Linda Dupre, a player that Marcy Byers says is perhaps the pleasant surprise of the season for the Hokies. Comes in just over 2.5 kills per set. Trying to bounce back, though. She hit negative in the last match against Virginia.
Those are the types of players and stories within a season that maybe is a little under where you want to be, that you look to continue to build on this last month, take it into the offseason, and hopefully grow off of it. 15-12 in a very much back and forth first set here in Chapel Hill.
That some of the Hokies players realized that Blacksburg Middle School had a match and said, let's reverse it. Let's go support them. It's so cool.
I think it's really easy to forget when you're watching them out there, but especially freshmen, they're just 4 years removed from being in that same exact spot as a middle schooler.
It is hard to believe. You change a lot in that period of your life.
Hokies able to get the point out of the timeout, and looking at the stats, down by just 2, Matt, but 5 attack errors already for Virginia Tech.
You just look at hit percentage. Carolina's hitting 300. That'll go up there after a big kill from Schaffmaster. Virginia Tech under 100, though. But Carolina's service errors and Virginia Tech's blocking game keeping them in this set. Great serve out to Schaffmaster. Cut shot inside the block. And another kill for Mabry. That's her 3rd of the match.
And now she's back on the serve for the Tar Heels. Handled pretty well. There's a difference between handling that serve and giving your teammates an opportunity to make a pass off of it versus you're scrambling to just get it over.
Absolutely.
A couple of quick touches. Virginia Tech never able to get the defense set up. And again, it's the freshman Thurman with the kill. 3 different Tar Heels with 3 kills in this first set.
You know, Kyle, sometimes players come into college needing an adjustment period. That was not the case for Romani Thurman. Mike Shaw said she was ready for her college debut. The start of the season, she's a player that wants the ball every single opportunity on offense.
And how about her very first day on campus? Joe Segula, who was the head coach for Carolina for 33 years, actually honored him before this, decided to step down in the offseason. The day it was announced was her first day on campus.
That's an adjustment, right? You're coming into college to play for Coach Segula. There he is, retired as the 3rd leading all-time wins leader among active coaches last offseason. And all of a sudden, the coach you committed to has stepped down, and you're in a place far from home. Thurman's from Arkansas.
I think that's the biggest thing, is it's not like you're a North Carolina native. You can drive home, you're close to family, you can lean on. You are all alone as an 18-year-old.
And when you come in the spring semester, you're supposed to still be a senior in high school. Quite the transition.
That's where she said, and you got to give her a lot of credit for the maturity to wait the process out and see what they were going to do as a coach. But having Mike Shaw be promoted essentially from assistant coach to head coach, she said immediately knew right there I wasn't going anywhere.
Coach Shaw, the 5-year assistant under Joe Segula, credits him as one of the great mentors in his career.
Was on a Penn State staff that won a national championship, and I say because they've got quite a few over there. Touch at the net, going to give the kill to Virginia Tech, and that was much needed right there for the Hokies as Carolina started to pull away, and you're late enough in a set, you don't want to find yourself down more than 3 or 4. set near side, 2 blockers there. Good defense from Virginia Tech. Peterson came up, kept it alive. May with a dig on the other end. Second chance for Miggins. And it's a point for the Hokies.
Miggins trying to cut it, earn a touch on the way across. Nothing doing. Read well by Virginia Tech. That's a critical side out for the Hokies.
Thurman with a good pass off the serve. 2 blockers able to get set up, though. That one stayed in. No, it didn't.
Off the bump set. And just barely heads out.
Marissa Meyerhofer checks in, the junior out of Morrisville. She'll serve for the Tar Heels. Set to the near side, that's what Carolina wanted, but a touch at the net is going to give the point to the Hokies.
So now Virginia Tech has stopped that mini Carolina run out of the timeout. They've gotten it back to 2 points, but as we said, Kyle, it gets late early. Carolina the first team to 20. Hokies need to find a way to go on a little run here with the service.
Set a little bit high, the timing off there. Swift able to get it over, but it turns into a point. Dupre with back-to-back kills.
Now make it 4 for Elena Dupre. And we said she's trying to turn her game around after a tough match against Virginia for her hitting negative. Really good start. She's hitting .500 to start this match.
Service error gives it back to the Tar Heels. Both teams will make some substitutions. Carson Overbeck in to serve, the redshirt sophomore. Schaffmaster hit the pin. Had 2 blockers there, not enough room to fit it through the window.
And tried to squeeze it between the blockers and the antenna. Any ball into the antenna is considered automatically out.
It's her first attack error. Had been perfect 3 for 3 prior to that. He's back within 1. They had the lead early in this set after each team had a run of 4 straight. They're going to tie it up for the first time since early in this set.
Virginia Tech has found a way now to fully overcome that 7-0 Carolina run that the Tar Heels had early in the set.
And Balderan will transfer out of Mizzou. Going to give Virginia Tech the lead on their first ace. That's going to force the Tar Heels into a timeout. So far for Carolina, Imani Foster leading the way with 4 kills on 10 swings. The transfer also has got a couple of blocks and 3 digs.
Yeah, Kyle, coming into this season, you knew that the Tar Heels were looking for another offensive option to go along with Mabry Schaffmaster. Enter Imani Foster. She's having another strong night tonight. She's been the beneficiary of some good passing from Zoe Barrett and Maddie May. Hitting 300 with 4 kills on 10 swings. And as you said, she's been involved on the defensive side too, both at the net and with 3 digs so far.
Former Charlotte 49er, and having her on the roster has really helped to take some of the pressure off of Mabry Schaffmaster to not have to be that sole offensive weapon.
And now Foster putting the student and student athlete. She is pursuing her Master of Biomedical and Health Informatics.
I have no clue what that is, but it sounds really, really important and really, really technical. Now, Virginia Tech, who has trailed for most of this set, has themselves the 1-point lead, 22-21. Duran back to serve. Right into the net. It's been a couple of untimely service errors in this set for the Hokies.
Just 2 errors, the momentum killers like that. Now North Carolina sides out. They've got the opportunity to take control here late in the set.
Freshman Barrett to serve. Near side 2 blockers set up for the Tar Heels, and they will get the point. Carolina back on top. Their 3rd block of the set. Virginia Tech going to chat about things now. If you're North Carolina, I think it's pretty obvious what you want to do. You want a good serve to get Virginia Tech out of system, give yourself an opportunity to get to that set point. But if you're Virginia Tech, what are you looking in that huddle to do right now?
Well, Kyle, it goes back to Marcy Byers' key to this match that she told us. It comes down to the serve receive. You have to be on your game, knowing Carolina may try and serve aggressively and be able to handle that reception, get a good set, get a good swing on it, and be ready to play a transition game if the Tar Heels are able to find their own attack over. It's critical for Virginia Tech here to not put their back against the wall in a set point position. Sure, it's not over when it reaches 24-22, but if they can come out of this timeout, even things up at 23, makes the task a lot more manageable mentally, trying to climb this hill and earn a set victory, take set number 1.
Kara Lewis there. Just a couple of swings for her in this first set. No kills so far, though. Do you think they try and get her involved?
You would think so. Definitely a best option, but also you see the situation of that she's such a good player that North Carolina has her well scouted. You don't just want to go to Lewis by default.
Pierce and Dupre, who currently lead the team with 4 kills in the set, not on the court. Virginia Tech playing the 6-2, so in a rotation right now where you don't have your best offensive unit out.
Lewis front row right now. Eva Francis as well.
He's able to get a swing. May on the back line keeps it alive for the Tar Heels. They go to Schaffmaster, and there's a patented Mabry Schaffmaster attack. If you've watched her before, she contorts her body, but still somehow gets the ball where she wants it to go.
And remember, just a moment ago, she tried to sneak it between the block and the antenna. Adjusts there, critical point.
3 straight for Carolina. 1 more gives them the set. Meyerhofer kept it alive. Schaffmaster with a finesse play. Gets set point and gives Carolina the win. Or at least as of now.
Yep.
You never know with the transfer portal these days. Slide to start things off in set number 2 from the Hokies. And just like in the first set, that'll be the first one on the board. Sydney Peterson with the kill.
Peterson, transfer from Nevada, stepped into the Hokie program and become a contributor.
First kill in 5 swings today. And an ace. Schaffmaster couldn't handle that serve, and Virginia Tech up 2-0 to start things off. And in the first set, when they had their runs, it was Borer who was on the service line. Foster able to handle that one, gets a swing for Thurman. Hokies will have a chance themselves. Off of Schaffmaster and a 3-0 start.
Virginia Tech has to be thrilled with this. Dropping set number 1, coming out strong.
Again, they go after Schaffmaster. Carolina handles it, but Virginia Tech will get a swing again. Pass for the freshman. Was it touched? It was, and it'll be a Carolina point.
Another really strong and powerful swing from Romani Thurman to side out for the Tar Heels.
She's got 4 kills on 8 swings. Big serve from Schaffmaster. The blockers are there, and Carolina with their 4th of the match. One of the things with that big jump serve is even if it's passed and they get a swing off of it, it's most of the time going to cut the court in half. It makes it easier for those blockers. Deep serve this time. Third service error against Carolina.
But the Tar Heels cleaned that up down the stretch in the first set. Remember, their service errors were early prior to that first half media break. Carolina served it much better down the stretch, helped them put the set away.
Inside swing for Foster. Somehow they're able to turn that into a backline swing for Francis. Keeps it alive off the tip. Didn't see many volleys in the first set, but a good one here. Carolina comes out on top.
Well, the Tar Heels have been so balanced with their pin hitters tonight. Schaffmaster, Foster, and Thurman combining for 13 kills. Entered the opportunity to set the middle, and Sydney Nolan got a good swing on it, was ready for the set, and a huge point for Carolina.
Nolan, a player who's gotten more time as this season has gone on. Up to 40 sets now played on the year.
Talked about Maddie May and how she differs from Schaffmaster as a server, but still has the ability to score in bunches at the service line.
Her second ace almost gets a hometown bounce. Keeps it alive. Some miscommunication. Rodriguez, I think, was employing her teammate to go get to it, and neither could get there in time.
Every once in a while, when the opponent is so out of system, it can actually hurt you as a defense, and there's the case there for Virginia Tech.
3-point run for Carolina currently. Schaffmaster tried to dig that one out, couldn't keep it in play, and it'll be a point for Virginia Tech. Something that I think both teams have done since about the midway point of that first set is limit the runs from each other. We saw each team with some decent runs early in that set. Huge swing. Romani Thurman with some authority.
Her ability to get up, strike the ball with the fury that she does makes her such a weapon for Carolina on the right side. Just a freshman as well.
Talk about things to be excited about for the future of volleyball for whichever school. Having a freshman having a year like that, that's something to be excited about. Hokies with an answer.
And if you're a Carolina fan, Kyle, that's where you look at the 4-8 in the ACC. Obviously, there have been some tight matches that haven't gone the way of Mike Schall's team, but with the amount of young players that they played both by design and by necessity when injuries resulted in it, allows them to have a lot of depth for the future in this system.
Another huge swing. This one is from Imani Foster.
The Monty and Monty show coming alive here in the second set.
Seeing some of the power and talent that this Carolina team has. Foster back to serve after the kill. Court pass. Here's an opportunity for the Tar Heels. Open court, Babbitt with a back set, and they will get the kill. Maria Miggins, originally out of Texas, started her career at High Point, now in Chapel Hill.
First team all-conference in 2021 in the Big South, co-setter of the year in that conference.
Eva Swain, the sophomore, checks in and will serve. Serve to Francis, handled well. They give it back to her, 2 blockers. It'll be a point for Virginia Tech. Reward the passer.
Absolutely.
It's her 4th kill of the match. It's been a pretty balanced attack from both teams. 5 kills, or 5 different players with a kill on each side. Heads up play right there. Sadie Swift didn't get a very good set, but made the best of it.
Babbitt sets it back for Swift, flying in, able to still make solid contact on it.
for an answer. Huge dig from Swift, and they're going to keep it alive. Second chance, try to quick one over. Opportunity for the Tar Heels, and they'll take it. Miggins with her second kill.
Sadie Swift doing a little bit of everything. Picked up the last kill for Carolina, lays out here for a dig. While that attack would not lead to the point, she would later pick up an assist.
She also got a couple of blocks, so she really is doing everything.
Stat, heat, stuffer.
Tar Heel defense not able to get that one. Virginia Tech stops the Carolina run. Will look for one of themselves now. The libero Rodriguez back to serve. She's a grad transfer from St. John's. Comes up with a dig. With a Swift down the middle. Excuse me, that was Nolan.
Third time this set, Kyle, that Carolina has set the middle. Nolan twice, saw Swift once. It's become a viable offensive option for the Tar Heels as this second set has gone along.
Nolan averaging a little under a kill and a half per set. She's got herself 3 in this match so far already. Overpass on that serve. Carolina scrambling. Schaffmaster somehow gets a swing on it. Dig from the other side. Rodriguez kept it alive. Carolina eventually gets the point, though.
Not a lot on the attack there from Virginia Tech. Carolina sets up the block. Well executed to dump it down in space. And that quick start for Virginia Tech in this set has evaporated.
I was just thinking it was a 3-0 start for Virginia Tech. Since then, a 12-5 run for North Carolina, make it 13-5, and it's the serving that has been the factor.
Virginia Tech unable to handle that one cleanly, turns into an overpass. The Tar Heels dump home. Look at that hit percentage.
One's going to go into the net, an attack error. Rare one for Virginia Tech in this set. It's just the third, and it is going to send us to a break as Virginia Tech wants to chat things over. Carolina on quite a run right now with a 6-point lead here in set number 2. The 6-point lead here in set 2, and Matt, when you don't make an attack error, things like that will happen.
10 kills, 15 swings for the Tar Heels, and now attack errors providing quite the discrepancy in this match. 11 total for Virginia Tech, 5 for North Carolina. That's created the difference and allowed the Tar Heels to pull away here.
He's go to the far side, looking to cut that one across the court for his Ava Francis. Instead, it's going to be another attack error and point for Carolina.
Yeah, what did we just say? Attack errors creating the difference.
Francis with the most swings for Virginia Tech so far, 16 in the match. Barron sends that one long and will end that run, but that's the kind of run where you're all right if it ends on a service error because you got 5-6 points prior to it.
It gives you the flexibility to serve aggressive.
Berman couldn't get the kill, but she is right there along with Nolan to get the block.
2 of the highly touted freshmen for the Tar Heels, Nolan and Thurman. Communication clicking, and Carolina with a huge block to side out.
Schaffmaster will go back to serve. Flips the tape. Virginia Tech able to handle it. They'll get a swing for Francis. Thurman just has to pop it over. Back to Francis again. Off of May, and it'll be a point for Virginia Tech. Hokies got to find a way to get a couple of points in a row here. At this point in the match, can't go back and forth trading.
And only one timeout left. Hokies need to go on a run, force Carolina into a timeout. They were able to do it in the first set. We'll see if they got it in them again.
May handles the serve pretty well, but 2 blockers set up, somehow kept alive, put over, but Virginia Tech said, no, no, no. Dupree with the kill at the net.
Yeah, that's a situation where the initial mistake by Carolina doesn't necessarily terminate the rally, but such an easy ball for Dupre to deposit.
Tied for the team high with 6 kills, but Carolina has an answer right away. And when you have a lead like this, that's all you have to do is every other point, make sure you get one.
And another kill for Sydney Nolan. That now brings her up to 5 for the match. So the Tar Heels have 4 players with 5 or 6 kills.
He's going to come near side, and that one is well long. Tried to get it to Pierce, who up until that point had been very efficient. 6 kills on 9 swings. Biggest lead of the match for the Tar Heels. And it really doesn't get any easier for the receiving team. You go from Barron to May to Schaffmaster. Where's the break on the easy serve?
Yeah, that was my thought exactly, Kyle, as the Carolina sides out after the attack error and now finds themselves in a prime point-scoring rotation with Maddie May at the service line.
They're going to go right down the middle. May keeps it alive. Near side, and it's a kill. Haven't heard much from Omani Thurman this set. Monty Foster led the team in kills coming into it, picks up her 7th.
Good high set. Foster able to elevate over top of the block, punch it down, and force Virginia Tech's 2nd timeout.
Carolina forcing Virginia Tech into a timeout with their biggest lead. It is 9, and here you've got Carolina fever, so a lot of students in the building in a matchup where we talked about both teams' seasons not going the way they want, but Carolina to also have that little bit of a boost of honoring Joe Segula, the longtime head coach before this, it kind of helps out a little bit.
Alumni weekend, a lot of former players back here at Carmichael Arena, and Coach Segula able to receive a jersey number 33 in honor of the number of years he was the Tar Heels head coach, and to receive it from his mentee and successor, Mike Shaw. Really cool moment there for Coach Segula.
Good, how are you?
Member of the Hall of Fame for volleyball as well. Kept in touch with him during his retirement. He's enjoying it, traveling around, going and seeing former players, and doing what you should when you're retired. Whatever you feel like on the day.
Exactly, he's enjoying himself.
In the house, I'm sure he's enjoying this one, watching his former team have a 1-0 lead in the match and appear to be on their way to a 2-0 lead. Getting over 600 in this set, still without an attack error. They've also really stepped up at the net, Matt. 6 blocks to just 2 for the Hokies in this match.
Really every stat across the board, Kyle. The attack error discrepancy that we've talked about. Aces and errors, really the only area in which this match is close statistically. But you look at the attack errors set 2, that tells you all you need to know right there.
It sounds redundant and it sounds like a very simple explanation, but they've been the better serving team. So to Dupre, they go back to her. The swing is long, but touched at the net. They'll get some help on the Carolina touch, and Virginia Tech will now look for a run.
And when you're down 20-11 like Virginia Tech was when they called that timeout, you can't make up that whole deficit in one rally. You got to start somewhere, and that's a good place to do it.
Talking about no attack errors. Dupre 7 kills on 15 swings, but not going to be able to do it all herself. Not when Carolina's got multiple weapons. Foster picking up her 8th.
Off-speed look.
And like Schaffmaster, a veteran player, doesn't have to always be power. Babbitt, setter back to serve. Manning tried to push that one over, and she's going to get the kill off of it. Virginia Tech just couldn't corral it.
And another assist for Maddie May. Libero picks that one up, and it was an open-faced set. That wasn't a bump set.
6 sets in this match for May. She's almost got more sets than she does digs. Quick with the dig, but an overpass off of it and a kill for Pierce. Offensively, it has been Dupre, Pierce, and Francis for Virginia Tech. 7, 6, and 6 kills respectively. The rest of the team, just 3.
And none for Kara Lewis.
Yeah, she's only had 1 swing in this set after having just 2 in the first.
14 kills on 25 swings her last time out. Came in top 20 in the country and hit percentage over 400.
Serve to Foster, set to Foster, kill for Foster. Really coming on strong here in this second set after we saw Schaffmaster put it away in the first.
Foster carrying the bulk of the offense for Carolina down the stretch with a variety of different shots. Now it's set point for the Tar Heels.
Bray able to keep this one alive for Virginia Tech. Team high 8th kill for her.
It just shows you the up and down nature of a season, right? Dupre had a tough match against Virginia. She's playing well tonight. And a flip for Kara Lewis.
For the back set and a kill for Miggins. Carolina finishes set 2 without a single attack error. 15.
Was in total control, and Virginia Tech now gets that 5-minute intermission. Try and make adjustments and see what they can do in set number 3.
First 2 sets, the Hokies got on the board first. Maybe this is good luck for them as Carolina gets on the board first here.
Well, if you're Virginia Tech, you just point to what happened to you in the last match when they were victims of a reverse sweep by Virginia. They won the first 2 sets, then the Cavaliers took the last 3, so you only have to go back a few days for Virginia Tech players to see with their own eyes what is certainly capable of happening.
You saw that hit percentage for Schaffmaster, 625, and you would correctly think in most instances, well, that's got to be the best on the team. Well, she's tied for the best. Nolan also has a 625 hitting percentage, but Carolina's got 6 different players hitting over 400 now.
And most of the time you would see, okay, Schaffmaster 6 kills through 2 sets. That's not going to be great for Carolina. If you're a Tar Heel fan, you don't really want to see that. But the balance tonight with Foster and Thurman and Nolan and even Maria Miggins getting involved, Carolina definitely has options tonight offensively. That makes them much tougher to defend.
Hokies able to get on the board for the first time here in set 3. And really the biggest thing to finish off Carolina's hitting percentage, not a single player has more than 1 attack error in this match. Serve goes to May, back set near side for Romani Thurman, and she's going to send it long. The attack error against the freshman gives the point to Virginia Tech.
Kyle, did you say no Tar Heel player had more than 1 attack error in the match?
I did.
Well, that's Thurman's second, so you're the jinx.
All right, it works. Broadcaster's jinx. It's not a thing, but it works every time. Good serve gets Carolina out of system. Virginia Tech with an opportunity to take the lead. Trying to go down the middle and overpass. A second opportunity for Peterson. Somehow May kept it alive, though. They want a back set, and Pierce able to get the kill. That's her second in the set.
That's a situation where if you're Virginia Tech trying to make a comeback in this match, needing to win this set, you have to capitalize on free balls and overpasses, and they're able to do so.
Answer right back from Carolina in the middle. Nolan with her 6th kill.
That matches her total from the NC State match last Sunday. A 4-setter for the Tar Heels. Really coming into her own.
Season high for her is 10. That was in the Duke match. That was a 4-setter. In 3-set matches, she's had 8 twice. A couple of blockers there to turn that one back from Thurman. Carolina goes to the other side for Imani, and she's turned away by the blockers as well. So a couple of blocks in the first set for Virginia Tech, and they were right in it back and forth. Non-existent in the second set, but showing a little bit of life here in the third at the net.
Showing some adjustments made during that intermission.
To Amani, and this time it's going to be long. A couple of attack errors early here for Carolina has given Virginia Tech the 2-point lead.
Definitely uncharacteristic based upon what we saw in that entire second set.
Call an illegal touch, double hit on that set for Barrett.
Not a great pass, so Barrett had to move a little bit to try and set that. Got her off balance and called for the double hit.
Yeah, 17 assists, 6 digs in the match so far. Carolina will get the answer and the point there to end that run from Virginia Tech.
Heads-up play there from Barrett with a one-handed set for Sadie Swift. Virginia Tech didn't have time to adjust to it. Carolina sides out.
One way to make sure you don't get called on a double hit, don't use 2 hands. There's a swing for Lewis, just her 4th attack of the match. Carolina had 2 blockers there. But the second opportunity, Pierce makes good on it. Team high 9 kills for her. Pierce and Dupre leading the way for Virginia Tech, having good nights, both hitting over 350.
Going back to our point right from the top of the broadcast about the final month of the regular season for teams that don't really see much of a tournament hope. Making improvements for the future, definitely a goal. Both Pierce and Dupre are pieces that can come back to Virginia Tech next year.
Another swing for Foster and another one long. Kind of a reverse of fortunes. Carolina the ones looking a little sloppy here in set 3, and Mike Shaw doesn't like it. He's going to call a timeout. Or are they looking at this one on a replay?
Yeah, Mike Shaw's going to challenge this, seeing, we presume, if there's a touch. But not only is this a good time to use a challenge up in the match, 2-0 and trying to overturn a call thinking that it could potentially be incorrect, but also it does essentially serve as a free bonus timeout for the Tar Heels.
Touch of the net is what Carolina is claiming. Ball on the court is what you got to remember, though. No touch was the call. Typically, they look for a finger bending back, the rotation of the ball changing.
And it looks slightly like there was, but since the call on the court is that there's not a touch, you need indisputable evidence that the call is incorrect.
And the view that we see, the viewers at home, not what the referees down there on the court get.
Challenge system, the rules have evolved as video replays expanded. It is now 2 video reviews afforded per team. If you win it, you keep it. Previously it was 3 reviews for an entire match, win or lose.
Let's see what the decision here is. Point stays with Virginia Tech. Just like you said, you don't win the review, but that kind of is a timeout. You get to chat with your team, and you still have that break at 1st to 15.
And you don't have to burn a timeout.
The Hokies have scored for the last 5. Pierce hopes to keep it going. Tar Heels continue to go to that top of the screen, trying to get Foster a good look, and just not able to do so. Involved in the block there was Lewis for her 3rd. Hokies with 8 points, 9 points. Only 3 have come off of kills. There's another good serve. There's the first kill of the match for Lewis.
It's a big one, putting Virginia Tech up by 6.
And now Carolina going to call a timeout and chat things over. Biggest lead of the match for Virginia Tech, up by 4-0. Virginia Tech run forced Carolina into a timeout. Haley Pierce, the freshman out of Charlotte, having herself a good day here in her home state. 9 kills, serves that one. And finally, Imani Foster going to get a kill here in set number 3.
That's a huge point for the Tar Heels out of the called timeout. Siding out, good passing off a good serve receive. Just a well-executed in-system swing for Carolina.
Meyerhofer back into the game and will serve. Heads-up play there, trying to steal a point by Borer. Carolina wise to it and turns it into a point themselves.
And Hannah Borer, the setter, trying to dump it over. Maddie May was ready for it. Keeps this alive, earns a point for the Tar Heels.
A good serve from Meyerhofer. Net helps Virginia Tech out there. But a free ball for the Tar Heels. They go to Schaffmaster. Again for Mabry. She's going to pick up a kill. Just her second kill since the first set.
And an adjustment by Schaffmaster after her first swing. Turns the body a little bit, cuts the shot more. Without a touch on the block, Dupre wasn't ready for it.
7 kills in the match for the Tar Heels. And after a 4-0 run for Virginia Tech, Carolina answers with one of themselves and pulls back within 2.
Really good serve, targeting Olivia Angel, the freshman in the back row. And Carolina's momentum squarely on their side now.
Virginia Tech timeout. Take a look at the ACC. And these two teams not going to be in the NCAA tournament unless something miraculous happens down the stretch here. But these teams here all have a shot at it. They're hoping to. Wake Forest is a team we kind of talked a little bit about before we got on here. They have Carolina in back-to-back games, but that RPI could be hurt, actually.
Yeah, Wake Forest, top 30 in the RPI. Kind of a unique situation. They'll play the Tar Heels in Chapel Hill on Sunday, then in Winston-Salem on Friday. So consecutive matches against the same team, which is given the way that the RPI works, because the Tar Heels are so low in the RPI, Wake Forest's number can go down. Now on the flip side, if you're North Carolina, again, going back to the point of what's at stake for a team like the Tar Heels in the month of November, you've got the opportunity to play well against Wake Forest and potentially dash some history-making NCAA tournament dreams for your in-state rival. Tar Heels also play Florida State and Louisville down the stretch, so the opportunity for some really marquee wins late in the season.
Some program-building wins when you look at the fact that you've got a first-year head coach in Mike Shaw and a very young roster over there on the Tar Heel side.
3 freshmen, 2 sophomores started tonight for Carolina. One of those sophomores that started was Sadie Swift, who played in just 7 matches with 1 start last year. So for all intents and purposes, a freshman experience-wise, at least in a match setting.
Much like the first set, each team having a couple of runs early here in set 3. Currently 4-0 in favor of the Tar Heels. Swift with that swing for Carolina. Too many jerseys on the other side, and just going to send that one long to Prey. A rare attack error in this one for her.
Unable to strike it cleanly. Carolina read it well, let it sail. Comes the run to 5-0.
Actually, the first error against Virginia Tech here in this set. Immediately, she will make up for it to Prey with her 9th kill.
Good high set. Carolina unable to close the block. Swift and Miggins a little bit late getting the hands together. Dupre capitalizes, punches it down for the Hokies.
Quick set down the middle for Carolina. Swift couldn't get the kill. Here's a chance on a slide. Good hustle to keep it alive, but it'll be a point and the second kill of this set for Lewis. Nolan with a lot of top spin. They thought was going to go long, but it drops in for an ace.
Aggressive serve. Trying to test the Tar Heels, and Carolina guessing wrong here.
Almost no rotation on that ball. Just died and dropped in the back corner. Fourth ace of the match for Virginia Tech, but a headsy play. And Carolina will get the point as Babick sends it over quickly in 2.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that you need. Side out, stop a run, flip some momentum.
Helps when you've got the height of a setter at 6 feet like Babick does. Overpass on the serve, 2 against 1. Carolina at the net wins this point.
Locked back, and Francis tried to save it, but that no look pass ends up going nowhere, and now Carolina capitalizes with an ace.
Tar Heels have been down as many as 6 in this set. Back within 1 though.
Cross-court serve. Communication problem. 2 players going for it. Neither of them get it.
Been asserting that Carolina got the 2-0 lead in and has crawled back in this set, but a good job of passing there by Virginia Tech. Ends the 3-0 run.
Kill for Francis, her 7th tonight, 2nd on Hokies.
Shotmaster with an overpass off the serve. Hokies run a slide. That one kept alive. Great dig on the back line. I think that was Meyerhofer. And it is wide point, North Carolina.
Carolina able to earn a point off that frantic sequence thanks to this big dig from Meyerhofer.
And you couldn't see it, but that ball almost kissed the bottom of the brand new scoreboard here that hangs over the court. It went back up in the air so high.
Missed it by just inches.
Barrett serving and will send it long. Trying to cut that down the sideline. North Carolina a couple of times have been knocking on the door to tie this one up, but haven't been able to do so. Shaftmaster. Dig on the near side for Rodriguez. Now they'll go to the near side for the freshman, and Thurman is going to get the point.
Hadn't called Thurman's name much since early on in this match. It was more Foster, more Shaftmaster, and Sidney Nolan of late.
A ton of balanced attack for Carolina. 5 different players with at least 5 kills. Swift, who's got 2, but he's got 8 swings. That's the kind of play that you, as a coach, will drive you nuts. Just miscommunication.
It's a good serve receive, and then the pass is in position where someone should be able to get it, but no player takes charge.
Flips the tape, slows it down, and Hokies able to handle it. May with the dig. And that one tooled off the blockers. Foster with her 12th of the match. Carolina back on top.
12 kills and 6 digs for Foster. Doesn't have a dig in this set. I was wondering potentially if she's closing in on double-double territory.
Carolina hasn't used a huge run like they did in the second set to pull away, but 4-0, 3-0, and now another 3-0 has them back on top. Shaftmaster gets a hand on it, but can't redirect it, and Virginia Tech with the answer ties this one back up. Borer with her first kill. Excuse me, that was Pierce with her 10th. Just the 3rd service error against Virginia Tech.
Kyle, we talked about it earlier on in the broadcast that it feels like the service errors have come at inopportune times for Virginia Tech tonight. That is a momentum shifting point right there.
Yeah, that's a great point because the other two came in the first set at pivotal moments. From the back line, and Virginia Tech back and forth. Pierce again, just backers looked like they couldn't slide over in time.
We've got to give Virginia Tech a lot of credit. Unlike in the last set, they're doing a great job of not letting this snowball on them as Carolina's rally back.
Foster puts the Tar Heels back up by one. You know, that was something I talked with both coaches about. Are the teams still bought in? Do you have to worry about effort? Both of them immediately said no, not at all. Babbitt to serve. Good serve. Not going to be an ace, but Virginia Tech will give him a free ball. And a nice one down the middle. Those quick sets for Swift. She's taken care of. Third kill for her.
It's been a real strength of the Tar Heels tonight. They see the opening down the center seam of the court.
You can see Pierce going towards the outside because that's where Imani Foster was setting up at the pin. Carolina has gone to her 27 times tonight, so understandable that you try and cheat, but you leave that lane open. And now Carolina has the 2-point lead and forces another Virginia Tech timeout. So 2-0 Tar Heels in the set. They were down by as much as 6, Matt, in this one. But you go back and look at those first two, 25-22. That was a really close first set. Wheels kind of fell off in the second for the Hokies.
Yeah, the Tar Heels really able to pull away. They did not have a attack error in the entire second set. Hit 667 in the second to take control of the match. And North Carolina, despite trailing early in this third set, rallying back, finding themselves now on the doorstep of a sweep.
Hokies have played well in this set, hitting 318, which was a struggle for them in the first two, but it's matched by Carolina hitting over 300 again in this set for the match at 400 for North Carolina.
405 as a team, and coming back to that word, balance. There are 5 different Tar Heels with at least 5 kills tonight. And the ability of Carolina to score both from pin hitters and out of the middle. We saw it on display in that last swing from Sadie Swift. Virginia Tech defensively was paying attention to Foster on the outside. That opened up a seam down the middle. Good awareness by Carolina's setter, able to set up Swift. Swings and puts the Tar Heels up 2, and then the ace puts them up 3.
Carolina's also been balanced defensively with 4 different players with at least 5 digs, led by Maddie May with 11. You look at the opposite side, just 2 for Virginia Tech. Set in the middle. Lewis couldn't finish. Carolina comes near side. And Miggins with her 6th kill of the match.
Nifty back set, that left, yeah, Miggins isolated out there, Kyle, 1v1 against Dupree.
Babbitt with the serve and another miscommunication from Virginia Tech. Both players backing off. Situation where somebody's got to take control and say, I want to go get that ball. And a block. Carolina really rolling right now, feeling that sweep, just 2 points away.
This was tied at 17. Now the Tar Heels on a 6-0 run.
7.5 blocks for the Tar Heels now. Virginia Tech with an answer. Hokies really desperately need a 3 or 4 point run here. Great job to keep that one alive by Rodriguez. Another chance though for the Tar Heels. Swift with her fourth. Gets a block on the previous point, gets a kill here.
Big night for Sadie Swift. 4 kills, 3 blocks.
Match point for the Tar Heels. Hey, with her 12th dig. Schaffmaster closed out the first, and she'll close out the third. Carolina completes the sweep.
Tar Heels really strong offensively tonight. They hit 420 as a team this evening. Carolina sees 5